Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Yes, get in there! Get in there! The first home victory for everyone in the Premier League. It's finally happened. We've stopped the rot. We haven't lost 7 in a row. We've won a game. Unbelievable! Yes, get in there! DJ Roski, have some of that. Yes! Trent, get in there! Have some of that. Right, anyway, getting carried away. If you are watching this video, do remember to, of course, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Get in there. DJ Rusky just texted me now saying they got robbed. Trent with the winner. Right, let's go through match review, and then we'll get on to the player ratings, which I'm sure you're all going to have some thoughts about. Psychotic Dyad says Villa robbed. Don't know about that. Is right, lad, says Dylan. Bailey, Trenty, the Scouser in our team. Right, so let's start off by saying we started off well. I'm not going to lie to you. In the first 15 minutes, I think we might have had 10 shots. And as the game grew on, you're thinking, well, it's a matter of if. It's a matter of when, not if. And Liverpool really, really pushed the pressure up towards the end of the first half. I mean, again, I could probably count 20 shots in the first half. You're just thinking, when is it going to happen? When is the net going to burst for us? No home goal since that Salah penalty against City back in January, which really, as we all know, isn't good enough. But all of a sudden, Kabak makes a great block and it gets knocked out to John McGinn. He slides through Watkins and he scores his 4th goal against Liverpool this season for Aston Villa. Let me know in the comments, should Alisson have saved that? I'm a big believer in the fact that we haven't seen the strongest wrists from Alisson recently. He was really known for being so commendable and coming out, making it hard for players, having strong wrists. Recently, it seems just like the ball's flying off his wrists, and that's a big worry. You want a goalkeeper who's got strong wrists. It's like a boxer being a bad puncher. It's just needed. It's a prerequisite of being a goalkeeper. Trudon says, massive win. We was robbed by VAR, which we'll get onto. So it's 1-0. And then just before half-time, that ball played in from Trent, which Matty Cash missed, and Jota was apparently offside. I mean, that was an absolute joke, an absolute disgrace. And I don't care what you want to say. The rules are they will only turn to VAR for a clear and obvious mistake. These lines and the way they place them, and they're not totally in line with it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And there is such a big debate now about VAR, and who knows? It's gonna roll on for years to come unless something gets done about it. It needs moderating. Let's face it. That is not clear and obvious. I don't know what they're thinking there, but it was a joke of a decision. Which Psychotic Dad says true, that VAR decision was a joke. So then the goal is taken away. I didn't even celebrate that Firmino mishitted goal, by the way, because I was just so scared of that happening. Of course, it did happen. And we go into half time, 1-0 down, and you're thinking, well, here we go. How are we going to pull this one back? Second half, we're bang at it straight away in the first 5 minutes. You can see that we are out to not only equalise, but go out and win the game. So many shots, so many saves from Martinez. Misses Salah off it tonight. In terms of finishing, Mane poor when he came on. Firmino obviously scored an offside goal, but just no killer instinct. The thing I've been mentioning time and time again, no killer instinct. It's what we've been known for, and it's what we're now missing. So killer instinct, please come back, because we definitely miss you. But of course, 57 minutes, Robertson has a shot that's parried up by Martinez. Salah's there to head it in for his 28th goal of the season. Now, that's almost 30 goals in all comps again for Salah, which is unbelievable. Not the best game tonight, to be honest, but another goal on the score sheet. And then, as the game wore on, to be honest with you guys, from start to finish, I was really, really upset with Trent, giving the ball away way too much. But unbelievable. The last kind of 3 minutes of the game, Trent rocks up after an amazing save from Martinez, where we all thought Thiago had actually scored the winner at the Kop end. The great save, pushed out into the path of Thiago, takes one touch and whips it in. Gerrard-esque, to be honest. It was very similar to Gerrard's last-minute winner, if you guys remember, against Middlesbrough back in 08-09 season, where it's kind of ricocheted down for him and he slices it in the top corner. Unbelievable strike that was from Trent. And really, in the presence of Gareth Southgate, he's issued a huge warning. Gary Neville was mentioned by Carragher as soon as Trent scored that, saying, "Are you watching?" And now that, for me, not only shut me up about Trent's performance today, but it will shut a lot of people up. That's why he's in the team, and that's what he can do, cutting in from that side. I mean, he was pushed out to the left by Klopp for the last 5 minutes. Just watching the goal again. Great save from Martinez. Comes out to Trent, and it's almost like a really fast pass into the far corner. Kisses the badge, runs up to the corner flag, and amazing to see Klopp just giving Trent a massive hug there at the end. That is what we want to see, and it's what we've been lacking all season and all year. We're in the top four. We are in the top four. For how long, I don't know, but currently 52 points, 31 played. We are in the top four. West Ham, Chelsea, Tottenham and Everton below us. If Tottenham win, they get 52 points. Chelsea, they could go up to 54. So West Ham, if they win as well. So we need Crystal Palace to do us a big favour. Let's get on to the player ratings then. We'll start off with Alisson. Again, listen, I love the man. I loved his moustache, but he shaved that off. And today, it wasn't really the same Alisson that we've grown to know and love. It was the very similar Alisson that we saw against Real Madrid the other night. The floppy hands, the weak wrists, goals are flying in. Unfortunately, I'd love to give him more than a 6, but I can't. There was a couple of nice moments where he actually maybe took it round a player quite skillfully, which still panicked me. But there you go, a 6 for Alisson, not the best, but we still won the game, luckily for him. Right back Trent. I mean, listen, genuinely, that was one of the poorest performances I've seen from Trent in a Liverpool shirt. I'm going to say it. I really, really thought this was the kind of game where the critics of Trent, can point to it and go, that's why he's not in the England team. Really poor tonight from Trent, to be honest. But he gave the ball away so many times. But what can I say? He scores the winner to put us back into the top 4 temporarily. So big up to Trent. I know how much that goal will mean to him. It's been a goal that's been coming, really, and definitely will throw some haters the other way tonight. So well done, Trent. I'm going to give him an 8 purely for the match winner. Centre-back Kabak, he gets a 7. Did okay. Wasn't necessarily his fault. Did well in the first goal, but then was caught out maybe positionally, just slightly. He gets a 7. Nat Phillips, again, you don't need to show... you don't need me to show you Nat Phillips on the screensaver of my phone, but he is, and he gets an 8 for me. Commanding in the air. If you guys remember, 2 minutes in, they get a free kick that's in a very, very dangerous position. He heads that out, and that kind of sets his tempo for the rest of the game. Nat Phillips, brilliant again tonight. Kept Ollie Watkins quiet, to be fair, even though he did score. But apart from that, Watkins didn't really get too much on him. Apart from maybe that lay down to Trezeguet where he's hit the post, the inside of the post. But yeah, well done tonight, or this afternoon, to Nat Phillips. Left back Robertson was really not his best game at all. A lot of times he's given it away. Him and Trent really didn't have their best games if you look at it just on an individual standpoint this afternoon. But he gets a 7. Obviously had the shot which Martinez parries into the path of Salah for the first goal. Milner, not the best today. I'm really surprised to see him stay on the pitch for the full 90 minutes, especially after a yellow card. When Thiago came on, I was thinking that's obviously Milner's game up, but no, it wasn't to be. But he stayed on for 90 minutes, a couple of nervy moments. Milner gets a 6 for me. Gini Wijnaldum, I thought he would stay on the pitch instead of Milner again. He gets a 6. Who else? Fabinho in midfield did well, not his best game. Gets a 6.5. Salah gets a 7 purely because of the goal, but fairly wasteful today. Bobby, decent game to be fair. He gets a 7.5. Thought he played well until he came off. And the other one there was Jota, who maybe a bit wasteful today. Probably had 4 or 5 shots on target, but couldn't find the net. And then there is your player ratings. Of course, Mane came on, didn't do much. Big chance at the end for Mane. And again, That to me just shows that he's lost his killer instinct. Was through on goal, absolutely put your laces through it, and he side foots it straight down Martinez. So poor from Mane when he came on. And there you go. Unbelievable. Liverpool win at home for the first time in 2021. Guys, I know you're with us now. Diego telling us to be patient with Trent. It's been so long since we had a late winner get in. Welford TV says, Israel Harvey. Come on, you Reds. Right. That's the end of this video. This has been the instant match reaction and the player ratings. We'll be having Darren on very shortly on this channel. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in less than a minute. Take care.